y'all, and welcome to today's video. I am super duper excited because I have the new Blend Bunny Primal palette. We are going to swatch it, we are going to test it, we're going to create a look. I'm going to tell you my thoughts. I'm super excited. Blend Bunny sent me their newest palette. This just launched yesterday at the time that you're seeing this video, and I can't wait to play with it. I have bought two of Blend Bunny's palettes, and I absolutely love both of those. I have the Surge palette, and I have the Dollhouse palette, so I'm so happy to be trying their newest Primal palette. And if you're new here, I want to say, hey, my name is Heather, and makeup makes me happy. Here at my channel, we don't try to be perfect. We just want to have a good time with our makeup, whatever that means. Shimmer, glitter, testing new palettes, we are here for it. So if that sounds good to you, I do hope that you will subscribe before you leave today, because I upload lots of new videos every single week. But we do have a lot to talk about today, so let's jump into it. Okay, y'all, I am so excited. Let's talk first about the artwork. So Primal is raised, it's kind of shiny and shifty, very beautiful. I love the animal print in the background with the butterflies. I just think this is so cute. This palette is available now, and I do have an affiliate code with Blend Bunny. If you use code Heather, you can save at checkout. You don't have to, but I'm just throwing it out there for those of y'all that are curious. I'll link this down below for you too, but this is a beautiful rainbow palette. Now let me show you a close-up of this palette so that you can see the beautiful colors. This is a mostly mattes palette, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in each row, and I really like this palette because of the way the columns are laid out. That's something that Blend Bunny has been doing in their palettes. They've been kind of laying them out in rows, so if you want to create a monochromatic look, you certainly can. They did say that they made the black and white larger because the feedback they got from their customers asked for more black and white. So I respect that. I like when a brand listens to their customers. Now I am going to insert some swatches for y'all. These are just swatches that I took on my arm. I think this color story looks really beautiful. Yes, it is a rainbow palette, so we're going to play with it. Now, Blend Bunny does have two other rainbow palettes, and on their Instagram, they have been showing swatch comparisons so that you kind of know there are no duplicates between the palettes. So definitely check out the Blend Bunny Instagram account. I really like that they've been showing swatches all over. I don't have their original palette, the first one they launched, the blends, but if you do and you want to see comparisons, definitely head over to their Instagram. I like that we do have this one row of beautiful shimmer shades. We're going to play with a bunch of these. I'm very, very, very excited about this palette, and we're going to create a look today. I'm going to show you this photo from Lexi LA. Definitely recommend following her. I will link her down below, but I actually got to meet her in LA a couple of weeks ago, and she's super duper sweet. I saw her post this photo, and I want to post a version of this, okay? I'm not recreating this look. She's so insanely talented. I love all the rhinestones she did, but I want to kind of like draw inspiration from the color placement. Mine is going to be a lot less bold, a lot less dramatic, but I really felt inspired by the way she placed the colors, and when I got this palette, I was like, yeah, I want to do something like that. So I'm in no way saying I'm as talented as Lexi at all, but I want to create something like that. So I've got a couple of different primers out. I'm going to use my MAC Lay and Low paint pot. This is my Holy Grail eye primer, and then I also have the KARLA Cosmetics Fix Potion that I thought maybe we could use to enhance some of the shimmers. We will see, but I'm going to prime my eyes. I'm going to zoom y'all in, and we are going to create a rainbow look. Okay, I've got you nice and zoomed in so you can see all my pores, all my imperfections, but hopefully you can see the shadows really well. Now what I think I'm going to start with is this BH Cosmetics brush in the shade Ray, this yellow. I'm very excited about this one because I know this was one of like the first shades that Blend Bunny kind of sneak peeked, because they were talking about how they really wanted like a good true yellow. And when I look at Lexi's photo, it looks like she kind of has a yellowy orange here. I didn't read to see what products she used for this photo. Again, I'm just kind of taking inspiration from her and kind of turning it into my own to work with my eye shape and my aesthetic, but I really liked the yellow here. And I'm not gonna bring it down too low. I'm kind of keeping it right in the crease and kind of right up to the front of my brow. So I'm kind of like hitting even the front of the brow right there, just those few hairs. And this is a really pretty yellow, like it's very vibrant. Okay, I've got out my Sigma color switch thing and I'm gonna be cleaning my brushes on this so I can use some of the same brushes over again, because what I really want to do next is go in with a little bit of Prey, the pastel. I really like that in this palette we have the top row that is pastels, then we have kind of a mid-tone row that's really like almost primary colors, and then we have a deep row, and then we have our metallic shades. But I'm just taking a little bit of Prey and I'm using this to kind of blow the yellow out so we have a nice fade from that kind of bright primary yellow, and then it kind of fades out into the pastels. So even if you're not somebody who just like loves pastel eye looks, pastels can be used as blending and kind of transition shades. That's how I usually use my pastels. That's what I like to do. So that's what I'm doing, just to add a little bit of light and brightness in here. Okay, next up I'm going to grab a Blend Bunny brush. I did buy the brush set a while ago and I've really enjoyed them, but I want to move into green, and I'm going to start first with Camouflage, and I'm going to work with these 3 green mats right here. So I'm going to go into Camouflage first, and then we'll dip into Toxin and Luna in just a bit. So I'm going to pick this up and I'm going to keep this right here kind of in my socket. And I'm not going to be worried about blending it too much. One, we're going to cover up the lid, so I don't care what's going on down there. And then I'm going to use the lighter shades to kind of blend this out. So right here, I'm just making sure I have this dark green Camouflage stamped on. I hope this comes out good. In my mind, it is. And like I said, I have purchased 2 other Blend Bunny palettes, so I'm pretty familiar with the formula. Now I'm going to use that lighter lime green shade called Toxin, the one that's on the second row, and I'm just lightly using this to buff and blend out, because I'm going to let these colors come up really high. I want this to be super duper bold look. All right, then I'm dipping lightly into the Pastel Luna, and I'm gonna use that to blend out even more. I'm just really taking my time, going back and forth, really light motions. Like the brush is barely grazing my skin. Okay, next up, we're gonna move into blue. And what I wanna do is start with Mimic, this lighter shade right here. And then I'll go into Poisonous, and then I'll go into Ink. So I'm gonna work light to dark now. And I'm just going to kind of put this all right out here, kind of right, like extending it out kind of as far as my brow extends, maybe a little bit further, bringing it down a bit with Mimic. Listen, sometimes when I'm working with a lot of color like this, I have to remind myself, have fun with it. If it's not perfect, who cares? Like, do I like it? Am I having fun with it? I'm going in now with Poisonous. This is the mid-tone shade, and I'm just going to put that right on top, but kind of not as high as I put the first shade. I'm just playing around. You know, with the green, we worked dark to light. Now with the blues, I want to work light to dark. Just really kind of playing around different techniques. Now I'm going into Ink, and I'm just lightly darkening up right here, kind of from lash line up and out. And then once I have those 3 blues kind of on how I want them, I'm just gonna spend a couple of minutes blending. Okay, We're going to take a break from up top for a second. We're going to move down to the lower lash line. And what I want to do when I'm looking at Lexi's picture, it looks like she has a shade something like this, the shade Warning. So I'm going to go in with Warning first, and then I'm going to go in with Nectar. So I'm going to take Warning, and I'm going to put this right here. Right here. Again, this is a Blend Bunny brush. I definitely recommend these if you want to do like detail work like this, or if you have not as much like lid space. These are nice small brushes that I think are super duper nice. So I'm just going to put that right there. I'm going to wipe the brush off because I want to use the same shade when I go into Nectar. And I'm just going to kind of bring that up and then under so that we have a nice kind of blend of shades right there. I really like that. Oh, these shades are just blending so well. The tones in here are so pretty. Okay, I'm gonna wipe that brush back off because I want to use it again with another shade. And this time I want to go into Rome, this light pink. And I am going to put that kind of right there in the inner corner. We'll probably, I'm not sure if we'll put a shimmer there or not. So I'm just gonna have it be this kind of a light pink to bridge these shades with the yellow that we have up here. Okay, next up, we're gonna play with these three purples. We're gonna bring those out here to kind of connect these pinky reds to the blues. So I'm gonna be using Winged, Exotic, and Instinct. These three purple mattes. Okay, so once again, I've got a Blend Bunny brush and I'm picking up the shade Instinct. And I'm gonna run that right here. So it's kind of connecting the lower lash line up to what we have going on the top lid. So just back and forth with the shade Instinct. I'm really liking how this is coming together. I mean, I know it's a bit messy right now, but once we move on and we get some shimmers down on the lid, I mean, you could do this completely matte. You could bring these matte shadows down all over the lid as well, if that's what you want to do, but I want to play with the shimmers too. All right, I'm wiping the brush off and I'm going to go into Exotic. And it's gonna go right underneath just for extra blending. And then I'm gonna go back into Winged, that lightest purple, and blend this out just a pinch lower. Just like that, really pretty. Oh, that is really, really pretty. Remember, with these big matte shades, something you can do is you can create custom colors, okay? So you want one of these shades even lighter, pick up some white and then the shade, and you're gonna get a lighter pastel. You want deep shades even deeper, pick up a little bit of black with them, and you can use these to create colors. So always remember, a matte white and a matte black will do a lot for you in a palette. Like, it really will, because you can use that not just as a black and white, but to create your own custom colors. That's like one of my favorite ways to use matte shadows. This is just a clean, fluffy brush that I'm using to go back and forth just to make sure we don't have any harsh lines. You can see I'm just going lightly over the edges of the shadow. Now, I'm going to prime my lid with my KARLA Fix Potion, whatever. I'm not exactly sure what Lexi has going on the lid. It's hard to see in the photo. So I'm going to kind of do what I want to do on my lid. But I really like this kind of blend of colors that I have going on. I'm going to prime my eyes with the Fix Potion. And when I come back, we're going to play with the metallic shades down here. Okay, so my eye has a little bit of that Fix Potion on the lid. And I'm going to kind of work from outer corner to inner corner. And what I want to do is start with Pheromone, this purple shade, and I want to see, I felt like the metallic shades from Blend Bunny and the Dollhouse were really, really nice. I could tell they had made some improvements, and I want to see, is this going to be that same beautiful metallic formula that they had? And right away I can see those sparkles, so that's really, really pretty. Okay, I like seeing the sparkles. That's great. Oh, so pretty. This is a Lunar Beauty brush, and I'm putting this kind of, you can see, under the blue and under the green. I want to keep the lid pretty dark, so I'm just kind of pressing that on. I'm going to go back and blend after I get the colors where I want them, but while the KARLA is kind of tacky, I want to get these shades down. So next I'm going to go in with Slither, which is the green, and I love that name. I think that's so cute. So underneath the yellow, I'm packing this Slither green metallic, and that's stunning. Oh, okay, Blend Bunny. I see you with these metallic shimmery shades. That's stunning. That is stunning. Bravo, Blend Bunny. You did amazing. That's so beautiful. That's so incredibly beautiful. That's so beautiful. Oh, I love these shades. That is gorgeous. Okay, now I'm going to take this little What's Up Beauty brush, and I'm going to go into Feral, which is the pink, and that is going to be our inner corner. It looked like in Lexi's photo that she had kind of a lighter pink on the inner corner, but I think this is going to be just as beautiful. So I'm wrapping it just like this. And then when I look back at Lexi's photo, something I like is she had all this color on the lower lash line, but then she had black tied up against the lash line. So I'm going to grab a tiny, tiny brush. This is one from the Melt Holiday set last year, and I'm going to go into Nocturnal, the matte black. Now I'm going to get close up to my mirror, and I'm going to put this right on the lash line. Like right on the lash line, just like that. Now, to finish off the look, I'm going to see if I need to blend anymore. I'm going to put on black eyeliner. I'm going to put on mascara, but then I want to use these lashes. These were sent to me from Blend Bunny. These are the Wings lashes. So I'm going to apply that. I'm going to finish up my look, and I will be back, and we'll kind of talk about this palette. All right, y'all, here we have it. This is the finished look. I love the way it came together. I love the way the shades blended. This may be my new favorite rainbow palette. I think this is so beautiful. I think we used like 18 shades, so definitely didn't use all the shades in the palette, but we used a lot. 18 is a lot of shades, and I really like this look. Of course, I love the way these Blend Bunny lashes look as well. I think they look so good, but I'm feeling this look. Now, this is my first impression, but I want to say, I promise, between like now and the next 24 hours, I'm going to upload a second look to Instagram and TikTok. So definitely make sure that you are following me on those places. I need to put a little more lash glue right here, I think. But I love my look. I'm really happy with this palette. Very excited to play with it some more. Don't forget, I will link it down below in case you're curious. If not, maybe you want to shop your stash, see if you can recreate this rainbow-inspired look. I'm really into it. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. If you did, give it a thumbs up, like, subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow for a Judging New Makeup. Bye!